A Sacramento County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed in a Rancho Cordova shootout with a suspect. Detectives spent the night investigating the scene.
CBS 13's Lori Wallace joins us live from Rancho Cordova with more on the deadly shooting. Good morning, Lori.
Good morning, Ken. Bethany, a long night for investigators out here on Folsom Boulevard in Rancho Cordova. We're standing just outside the Pep Boys parking lot where you can see it is still blocked off this morning. This is where 27-year-old Deputy Mark Stasyuk was killed after a shooting here yesterday afternoon. Another Sacramento County Sheriff's deputy was also shot. 28-year-old Julie Robertson was struck in the arm. She was rushed to the hospital where she's recovering this morning. This all began as a disturbance call, and deputies had no advance warning that the suspect was armed.
As soon as they arrived and engaged the subject, he turned as if to run or flee, and then immediately turned around and started firing without warning.
Investigators tell us the suspect was also shot. He managed to run to a parking lot about 100 yards away before being arrested. Hours later, the body of Deputy Stasyuk was carried from UC Davis to the coroner's office in a procession of law enforcement vehicles. He has served with the Sheriff's Department for 4.5 years. Coming up a little bit later, we're going to talk more about who he was, his neighbors and his colleagues, and what they're saying about him this morning. Back to you.
All right, Lori Wallace, live for us this morning in Rancho Cordova. Lori, thank you.
And Governor Jerry Brown reacting to the deputy's death. In a statement released, he says, quote, "Ann and I extend our deepest condolences to Deputy Stasyuk's family, loved ones, and colleagues, and ask all Californians to keep them in your thoughts during this difficult time," end quote.
This marks the third Sacramento County deputy killed in the line of duty in the past 4 years. In October 2014, Deputy Danny Oliver was shot and killed by a suspect on a shooting spree who also went on to kill a Placer County deputy. 3 years later, in August of 2017, Deputy Robert French died in a shootout with a suspect at the Ramada Inn. We are continuing to follow this story. For the latest on the investigation, visit us online, cbs13.com. It is at 6:05. A 3-year-old girl